have a different types of churn, and we have a different segments in which we measure the user retention rate and different metrics. I'm not able to understand how is it really divided in segments, and like how is this line between different segments defined, and how do we even, like, why are matrices different in different segments?
Okay, so I'll just break it down. You're trying to ask two questions. How do we think about segmenting a specific type of churn calculation, right? That
Correct.
is one. And what's the second question? Just for my understanding.
Second question is, why are matrices even different for different types of segments? Cannot be there only one North Star metrics which can be defined or which can be standardized for measuring this user retention across all segments?
Yeah. Question first. Yes, when we compare retention, and let's say if you're a venture capitalist, right, you're looking to evaluate a new product. Let's say you're a gaming tech product. They will ask you, what's your consumer retention? And when they ask you, they're actually asking for the overall, the blended retention rate that you're looking for. And the second typical thing they will ask for is in terms of revenue. What is the repeat purchase rate and what is the engagement rate, right? The rest of the segments are needed for internal evaluation. Let's say if I'm a marketing person, I'll be more interested in app download and the retention from the app so that I can claim that these are the additional number of daily active users I have been able to add through the downloads, investments made in downloads, so that they can actually calculate to get one user, what is the effective money I'm spending, and then reduce that cost per active user creation. At the end of the day, see, at the end of the day, it's about users, adding users, not really the downloads, isn't it? And those users will eventually make a purchase, and that's how you'll make money. So yeah, right. So so the segments will help you. And another use case for segments is one I told you, different personas have different things to optimize. That's why they want to look at it more in a different level of granularity. The second is if you're an analytics person or a product person who is really thinking about what do I need to solve in my retention? Where is it totally gone? Let's say you see some sort of a problem in the overall retention rates. You realize, let's say after 2 months, most of the users are churning, there's barely anything left. And as per industry benchmarks of the overall number, as per the industry benchmarks of the overall retention rates, it should have been much higher. Let's say you come to this realization. Now, this is a fact, it's not an actionable. There is something wrong, but you don't know the exact diagnosis. Now, to get down to that diagnosis, what kind of users are causing this problem, or what needs to be fixed? So I need to slice and dice this to see where exactly does the problem lie. Is it a certain type of persona that I'm not able to hook up and get and show that they're on the platform and they're paying continuously? Is there a problem with certain type of users because I don't have enough features for them? Is it a problem with my power users? Is it a problem with my loyal users? Is it a problem with the casual users who just come, let's say, 3 times a month? Now these people are just not paying up, right? Or is it a problem with users who consume a certain type of content, right? Let's say if I'm Netflix, and I could actually make a case. Let's say I'm looking after global content retention. I might want to make a cohort, people who are watching, let's say, Indian vernacular languages content more heavily. Predominantly they're watching that. Is there a problem with their retention, or is there a problem with the Hindi audience in India, or is there a problem with the English watchers in India? Just to simplify things, you can go multiple layers below to uncover where exactly the problem lies. And more often than not, from my experience, there are usually few culprits. When you have divided this into meaningful cohorts, you will actually see some cohorts standing out, doing either very well or doing very poorly compared to the typical median. And that is where you will realize there's a problem. Now, what you will do is you'll reach out to them, conduct some thoughtful surveys, build a hypothesis, conduct thoughtful surveys, get their scores, try to understand why they don't like something, why they're not paying. Try to shift your focus to those specific segments and solve for their problems. Then comes the problem discovery and solution part, right? So this will help you understand what is the problem and what to solve for and what to
Correct.
be happy about.
Correct. Yes, Utkarsh. So, Utkarsh, now